In a recent speech, Governor Cody said, 1 in 5 families in the state of New Jersey has a loved one with a serious mental illness. And the thing about mental illness is it knows no barriers, rich or poor, black or white. What does that mean? 1 out of every 25 students is likely to have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Clinical depression is the greatest cause of disability for Americans ages 15 to 44, but only 29% report having contact with a mental health professional. Suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death for 15 to 24-year-olds. In the US, a woman is beaten every 15 seconds. An estimated 3 million children witness acts of violence against their mothers every year. An estimated 20 million Americans aged 12 and under are current users of illicit substances in any given year. The need is great. In West Essex alone, this could affect over 3,000 households. So what's to be done?
There's a need in West Caldwell, North Caldwell, West Essex, Essex County, the state of New Jersey. There's a need for this type of service, especially now.
A lot of family issues, a lot of family crisis, a lot of addiction, a lot of substance abuse. We're connected to the schools, obviously, so we get a lot of referrals from the school, and that's usually the first line is when a counselor or the student counselor has suspicion that somebody's under the influence, and that gets them here for an evaluation so we can determine, what level of care they need.
In the early years, that was the 70s, a lot of difficulty in the schools in this town. And we were reaching out to get help wherever we could, and the bridge was there. We started the first school program, Frank Gambelli at the high school, then me at the junior high. Because of the bridge's image at that time, less than stellar, people were reluctant to send their children down to the bridge. So what we did was we brought the bridge to the kids.
In Caldwell, they noticed that so many kids wanted to stay around afterwards that I think it was Joe Jack, who was the original guy, who said, "I'm going to give you an office and I'm going to let you, talk to some people afterwards." And it just kept building and building and building, and ultimately led to having an office in James Caldwell High School and then an office at West Essex, and I would go back and forth, do the group and then stay around. And then it kept expanding, and then we hired another person, and then we expanded from the high school into the junior high, and then from the junior high into the elementary school. And the beauty of the program now is we have a program straight throughout, so that someone can enter the program and have a sibling in another school, and the counselors can be in touch from beginning to end. People are covered, the family is covered, and it's turned into a great thing.
A lot of the issues that the bridge deals with are almost invisible sometimes to the general school population. There are difficulties that children are having, either home-wise or school-wise or socially, and they probably were always there. But I think because of the reputation that the bridge has had over the years, that kids are much more apt now to access the bridge counselor. Families are much more apt to access the bridge. It has that type of reputation within the community.
The bridge is important to myself and particularly my son. It actually extends to my family because it has provided us with a convenient and affordable means of helping our family cope with an ongoing problem with my son, and as well as it affecting the family.
Our job here at the bridge, dealing with individuals, is private, and we keep it that way. That way the door is always open and people know that. But it's a shame that people don't see. Just with myself, we had a tragedy at Caldwell High School a few years ago with a boy dying on the field. Well, the first people they called was the bridge. Absolutely. But that was tough.
You don't necessarily see the structural contents of a building when it's finished, but a good building that you're interested in living in, that will protect you, has a lot of infrastructure. And the bridge may indeed be the infrastructure for our community, that when it's needed, it's there and it's a trusted resource that we can go to. But it doesn't necessarily have to be high profile. As long as the right people who need the resource can be sent to it, then they can conduct the healing of their lives in private, as they should.
I just can't recommend it highly enough. I'm just thankful for the whole place and its services, and can't be more grateful than that.
My name is Frank Astorino, and I'm honored to serve as the president of the Bridge. As a member of the community, I really believe in the Bridge. And in order for it to sustain itself and all its good work and all of its gifts, we need your support.
You know, it's our motto. It's a simple thing to say, but it's a tough thing to do in these hard times. You know, you talk, we listen. Together, we can find a solution. Thank you for your support.